get going here, like on this here, and I'm gonna do this with all my hair in this video. There we go. Whoa! All right. Whoa! Um, but I have some tea here. Straighten me up. Some tea. Okay, straightening out this. Okay, I'm gonna do more straightening out, like on this. How's it going, by the way? On Down syndrome, on what would appear to be more of an advertising campaign than a celebration. Down Syndrome Day. Holy jumping Jack and Mary, like, it does seem like, and I hope and I definitely hope I'm not offending anyone by saying this, but Down syndrome, up syndrome, but what does pizza and bowling and dumps, but like I just never. Down Syndrome Day, when you think about it and sit down and think about it long enough, it sounds more like an advertising campaign or a McDonald's Happy Meal, like pizza and beer, like pizza, bowling, and Down syndrome. I mean, doesn't doesn't that seem off? Like, I mean, why does that, like, there's something there that just sounds off. It's almost like you're advertising people. It's almost like you're advertising something that should be a feature. You know, it's almost like it's an advertisement. You know, for Budweiser or something. Like, I got into these things, like I did these things. Like, I mean, I've been to these things. I know what that is from the inside and from the outside. It's clear in advertising. It's clearly an advertisement to bring in people who have Down syndrome in with their parents or their uncles and aunts. I mean, come on. Are those, like, are these the only special people you can think of? What about people with Asperger's? Aren't they special? Like, geez, I mean, come on, like, the only weed supplies, like the D supplies, like the most, like I mean, I've been around the block a few times. Like, Down Syndrome Day is clearly a marketing decision. That's more than a celebration, you know, of someone's emotional deformity. Like, I do get it. Like I am sorry, but I just don't get it. You know, it's like I'm Winston Winkle. I slept for 50 years, and then I woke up, and everyone's got this new invented day called Down Syndrome Day. Like, I mean, what's the name of Louis? like I mean, what in the name of Louis Armstrong? Like I mean, what in the name of like what in the name of like what in the name of Paul Bunyan are you doing with that? It sounds weird. Like it sounds weird. Like it sounds like a McDonald's Happy Meal. You know, it not only sounds like a McDonald's Happy Meal, it pretty much is a McDonald's Happy Meal for the most part for the most point. Like it sounds like it does like it sounds like it sounds more like a McDonald's Happy Meal. In fact, it pretty much is a McDonald's Happy Meal. You know, down bowling, pizza, Down syndrome. Like what? Like I mean, what are you doing? Like I mean, what are you doing? Advertising? Like I mean, what are you doing? Advertising? Dude, these are people here. They're not tax conductions. Like I mean, what are you like? Bowling, pizza, and Down syndrome? It sounds horrible. That sounds more like an advertisement. You know, like Budweiser like Budweiser beer. Just because you drink Budweiser beer, does there have to be a Budweiser day? Like, just because you drink Budweiser beer, does that mean like just because you drink Budweiser beer, there's now a Budweiser beer drinking day? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, can somebody help me out here? Like, Down up syndrome. Like, like, like instead of being a celebration, like instead of showing people that they care, you know, instead of showing individuals, you know, people with Down syndrome that they care, they're they're advertising them to death. You know, with their with their emotional deformity tied around it. Like how, like I mean, how is that healthy? How is that a good thing when it's not a good thing? I drink like a guy drinks Budweiser beer. Does that mean there has to be a Budweiser? Does that mean there's now a Budweiser? Does that mean now there's a Budweiser day? Like, oh my God, what what a what a bowl of white. Like I mean, what a bowl of Thanksgiving stuffing that is. Like what a bowl of Thanksgiving stuffing that is to advertise to to advertise individuals who have Down syndrome instead of telling them that they're special. They are, which, which they are. You know, they're very special. But does the people that have Down syndrome day care about that? Yes, I no, they don't. They they care about their law. They care about their precious advertising bill of Down syndrome day, and just to take and just to make sure I'm not offend and like I do want to offend, like I don't want to offend anybody with this video or with my mouth, but but the elephant but the elephant does need to come out of the closet on this particular subject, like up syndrome day, like I think there's a Thanksgiving, like I mean you can sell it like I do know like just having Down syndrome alone is hard enough, you know, and challenging enough to boot. Now, now you got a Fluke Reynolds day called Down syndrome day. I mean, oh, like I mean, twist my, like you might want to twist my rubber arm there, you know, like, oh wait a minute, now there's a twist my rubber, now there's a twist and now there's a, oh wait a minute, now there's a twist of rubber arm day. Just because someone twisted my rubber arm, there's a friggin' rubber day bending day, like, like we're talking about a person's arm. We're not talking about the rest of the person. You know, same with Down syndrome day. Like, you take the biggest piece, like you take the smallest piece of a person, which is Down syndrome, and then you bicycle pump that up to the size of a, to the size of a, to the size of a rest, to the size of a restaurant. Wow! Like you would bicycle pump the smallest piece of a person, which is Down syndrome, you would bicycle pump that up to the size of a dinner table? No. Oh! No. Like, it's an advertising campaign, for crying out loud. You're, you're advertising Down syndrome instead of enjoying it. You're, you're advertising Down syndrome like it's the next, like it's the next holiday or something. It's not a holiday, it's a deformity, you know? And when I mean deform, and and when I mean deformity, I'm not, I am not saying that you don't have the right to celebrate it in your own way. You know, you totally do. But it shouldn't be but it should not be an event. If anything, it should not be an event because that's wrong. That's right. Because that's wrong. Like I pick my nose. Just because I pick my nose, now there's a Fluke Reynolds picking your nose day. I mean, what? Like, wow, wow, like, wow, you know, wow, 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 wow. Like, please, like, I'm put, please, will you? Like Down syndrome, like Down syndrome is a sacred thing, a very sacred thing, and a very emotional thing. And now, and and now you have holidays, and now you have Down syndrome holidays. You have a Down syndrome month instead of, you know, you have a Down syndrome month. You have an an Easter. You have a day for the Easter rabbit to have Down syndrome eggs, the Down syndrome chocolate eggs, and then you have the nerve to turn that around. No, yes, I no, no, come on, like it's special. Like you as an individual who has Down syndrome, does you you are special. Why do you need to go into it? Why do you need to go to a stinking event that deprives deprives you of who you are? Like if anything, if anything, they're advertising you. They're not sharing you. I wish, like I only wish, I only wish they were sharing you. I wish they were, but they're not. They're making they they want money. They want to make Down syndrome their investment. it's almost like the government. Like the government doesn't care. The people the people that have this thing called Down syndrome, they do care. They don't care. And and they keep bringing this down on you, like as if you yourself was like as if you were responsible for having Down syndrome. Yes, yes, I no, you are responsible. You are not responsible for your Down syndrome snail shell. You are not. You you were born with it. That doesn't mean it's supposed to be on a. That doesn't mean it's supposed to be on a beer bottle. Like you were born with Down syndrome. Yes, and in that sense, it is celebratable. And in that sense, it is celebrating material. But that's the only way you can. But that's the only way to celebrate. But that is the only way to celebrate something as emotionally attached as Down syndrome. Like you don't see you don't see Colonel Sanders advertising his chicken with the Down syndrome campaign on it, do you? Yikes! Like I mean, that's not cool. To make an advertisement out of a in a out of a out of a very you know a very like no yeah like you you have the right to celebrate yourself with your Down syndrome, you know, hunchback or whatever you want to call it. Only do only do only you and your parents or whoever you're living with have the right to celebrate something that you have because it's special to your parents and it's special to you. If you're going to go to an event where you know where 100 of you are being noticed only for your Down syndrome exterior, that's that is not celebrating. That's campaigning. That's advertising something that never should have been advertised in the first place. Oh, like damn, like I mean, people do things that are not fair, are fair. Like, like I mean, people do things. So, like I mean, people are very weird. Like that. They would advertise your Down syndrome. They would advertise something like Down syndrome, something that's not even advertisable, and turn it into a and turn it into tire and turn it into rubber tires for a car. That is good work. That is not good work. That is not thinking clearly. You know, you're not tires on a car. You're people. But do they? But do the people that have this Down syndrome thing care? You know, it's like the government or something like that. They do not care. They're celebrating. They're advertising something. They're advertising something that is on you, and they want it for themselves, so they can advertise beer with. They can advertise shorts and soap, and you know, leaving you in, leaving you out of it. You know, like I mean, when is the next time you go to the store, you know, you're gonna buy hot dogs with the with the you're gonna buy hot dogs, and all of a sudden on the hot dog package it says Down syndrome hot dogs. I mean, that is creepy and immorally wrong. You know, like in the world of advertising, anybody can advertise anything, especially your right to have Down syndrome. You know, you gotta start you you gotta take those things. You gotta take that back. That's yours. That should not be in the hands of somebody who is completely careless and couldn't care less if you lived or died. You know, as long as they're advertising you, that's all they care about. Advertising you, make making you feel like the next box of macaroni and cheese with the Down syndrome strip on it. Half price. Get your Down syndrome macaroni and cheese. I I had enough. Like I have had enough of that to go with me green. Like I knew, like I know all about that. I was thinking me now. You know, like I was advertised up and down, but just but just because I wasn't. But just because I was advertised that way doesn't mean I want others to go that same direction. I want I want those people, you. But just because I was advertised like that, like the beer of Down syndrome, I do want that. I don't want that for others being advertised like that because they have Down syndrome. You know, oh, I have Down syndrome. I can drink this beer. Okay, let me see here. No, oh, congratulations, buddy. The beer's on the house. Whoa, whoa, not what I want to hear or see in a menu. You know, come get your Down syndrome ham sandwich. You know, no, no, come get your Down syndrome. Uh, come come get your get your Budweiser beer. The price is not down because you have Down syndrome. Oh God, the horror. You know, like take like burn burn a match in the backyard. You know, like this is not fair. Dude, that's this is not fair to a God given right that you have, celebrating it in your own house, and in your own way. You you know you're special. Your parents know you're special, but does everyone know that? Yes. No. They all they're seeing is a 20 is a 50 is $100 bill with legs that just happens to have Down syndrome. Yes, no. Come on, wake up and smell the wake up and smell the eggnog. All right, wake up and smell the eggnog. Are you impressed? Are you impressed with this? Being being controlled and advertised like that, like as if you were the macaroni and cheese of Down syndrome. Like I mean, that makes a fellow want to cry. That makes me want to cry. Like no, for for crying sakes, no, no, yes, no, no, stop it. Stop it, okay? Stop it. You you were born with Down syndrome. You you know that you're special, but when it comes to Down syndrome day, special athletes, special this, special that, you're you're just a $50 bill with legs on it that has Down syndrome. Like how how like I mean how is that like that sounds more like an insurance that sounds more like a nightmare than anything else, like it's no like it's no wonder people like it's no wonder people can't don't understand people with Down syndrome because Down syndrome is bigger because the actual Down syndrome package is bigger than the person that has it. And in case I am offending anyone, I'm sorry, but no, it's it's my raw opinion, and my raw everything to boot. Like do 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 do. Why would you try? Like I mean, why would you cut onions if they're gonna make? Like, why would you cut onions just to just to cry over them? Like it is fair. It is fair. Like I mean, when it comes to the individual who has Down syndrome, and I don't care if that's a unicorn or a person, guy, girl, they do deserve. They they deserve, and I'm hoping I'm talking to others. Like maybe in the Black transgender line, women, and other people, like other people too. You know, of all walks of life that are watching this. Now, come on, we we have the right to be free of all these restrictions. We don't need to be in the middle of it. Like we need to be free. Like we need to be who we are and special in our own way. Like I don't care. Like I don't care how you celebrate it with with your parents at home. I don't care how you celebrate it. Just don't go out to an event that's only going to look at you like a $50 bill with legs on it. You know, like, and I'm sorry to repeat stuff. I really am. I'm so I'm so angry. I'm just so angry that there are people in the world like that would expose and advertise like that. You know, people with Down syndrome are great. People uh, with people with Down syndrome are among the chosen few, and I think and there's a lot to celebrate there. I just wouldn't celebrate. I just wouldn't go to an event that that uh, that knows nothing about me. You know, in that line, and that's what I'm talking about. So the next time someone has an event like that, stay at home. Stay at home and celebrate it in a way that is comfortable with you. You know, because once you go out there, it's like you know, like I'm stay at home the next time something like that. Like I'm stay at home the next time. You know, where you're safe and you can celebrate this in a way that's pleasing to you. That, you know, like stay at home if you're going to go to an event like that. For crying out loud, stay at home. You don't need to be advertised up and down and and just turned around to look like a $50 bill. So I said so I pretty much, yeah. So I'm just saying, not to offend anyone, not to offend anybody. Okay, that's not what I'm doing here. But I am, but I do want to address, but I don't, but I do want to address the elephant in the closet and show people that people with Down syndrome are great. You know, like, I mean, when you think about it, people with Down syndrome are smart, maybe even smarter than regular people. You know, and that's a pretty big thing there. Like people with Down syndrome, or if they people with Down syndrome, or people who have a developmental package, um, they're just as smart as regular people, maybe even smarter. You know, because they're slower. They take their time more to think about things and do things. And that's pretty smart. If you ask me, that's pretty smart. If you ask me, that's pretty smart. Taking your time more, managing your time in a way that no people can't even describe. That's pretty smart. So I totally salute you. I totally salute you when it comes to being your own interesting individual. You know, whether you have Down syndrome or not, that's second nature. But anyway, this was my first Down syndrome day documentary. Hope you don't. If you don't leave any comments in the comment section, that is totally fine. I'm not trying to force you to do that. If you want to do that, fine. But but um but if you want to keep this, but if you like this kind of thing and you want more coming, and want more of these things coming out of me, um, you know, and it's not worth subscribing to me if you don't feel you're in the need of subscribing to me. Just watch my stuff and get a flow out of it. That's all I want. You know, for, for you guys to get a thrill out of what I do. If you subscribe or not, that's up to you. So, this being my first Down Syndrome Day documentary, which I hope didn't offend anyone. I hope. I hope it didn't. Um, my own opinion. This is my raw opinion. And if anyone likes my raw opinion on stuff like this, give a shout. Tell me what I should be putting in here. Tell me what I should be putting in here. Having said that, I'll see you in the funny pages. Or, having said that, I will see you in the funny pages. And if I don't see you in there, I'll see you in here. See ya. Goodbye for now. And I'll get back to you when I get back to you. Peace.